Good morning. This is Plague Warrior 1, and I just wanted to remind everyone about my new comic, Forerunners, that is currently live on Indiegogo. I would appreciate if anyone can back the comic. However, if for some reason you can't back the comic, that is perfectly fine. If you wouldn't mind tweeting about it to let people know, then that would be a big help as well. We're going to talk about origin stories, and currently the new movie Cruella is out. Sadly, I have not seen that, so I cannot talk about that as an origin story, but instead I thought I'd talk about one of the best origin stories in comics, in my opinion, which is Jack Kirby's New Gods, issue number 7. A good origin story is one where you define how a character came to be in an exciting and interesting way, an unexpected way. Kirby, Jack Kirby's a master at comic book storytelling, and he gives in this particular issue, he actually gives the origin story of 4 different characters and shows how planet Apocalypse gets its look, all in one issue. He starts off with this character, Isaiah, and you think this is a brand new character, and you're wondering who this person is. Isaiah is sitting with his lover in the garden until Steppenwolf comes over and starts causing trouble, and him and Isaiah duke it out, and in that fight, Isaiah's lover is actually killed. There's a person in the background who sounds very meek and also kind of mousy. Eventually, that person comes over with this glove weapon that stuns Isaiah and causes him to be knocked out. Turns out that was Darkseid. He's the big bad in that entire universe. Eventually you get to see Darkseid by the end of the comic as portrayed in the previous issues as this all-powerful, all-knowing, scheming, plotting warlord leader of Apocalypse. But eventually when you learn that Darkseid doesn't kill Isaiah, as he lets his uncle Steppenwolf believes he leaves him alive in order for there to be a war due to Isaiah's loss of his lover. And it shows many battles, the tragedy of war, and eventually Isaiah looks at all the destruction and just thinks that they're worse than these old gods that ended up destroying themselves. They're worse in that they not only destroy themselves, they destroy everything around them. And he thinks whether this is all worth it, and he goes and tries to find himself, and in that process, he actually throws away his armor. His staff, his war staff he keeps, but he doesn't use it to strike anyone anymore. Instead, it's more like a walking cane, and he somehow gets white hair, and he becomes Highfather. So, this kind of Jesus allegory, or Buddhist allegory, or Moses allegory, is from a person who was a warlord. Jack Kirby loved biblical references, so you'll see a lot of those. It's a very unexpected, surprising twist to see this person who was just very peaceful, all-loving, and very kind and gentle person came from this warrior. He wasn't necessarily bloodthirsty, but he loved a good battle. So it's very unexpected, which makes for a great origin story. Like I said, I've already went over Darkseid's transformation throughout the issue. The 2 other origin stories you get to see is Orion. Now, Orion, you've seen in previous issues before, where he may look very handsome, but it is actually a facade that he's got some type of device that changes his appearance so as not to look as ugly as he truly is. And the reason why you find out is he looks that ugly is that he is actually the son of Darkseid, and he was used in a trade like you would see something in the Middle Ages, a trade of offsprings to promote peace. I keep your son, you keep my child. We keep them safe so that we won't attack each other in the fear of endangering our sons. I thought very poetic. And so Orion, this bloodthirsty dog, comes out, wants to start killing everybody, hates the world because his father never loved him, and takes a weapon out, is about to strike the first thing he sees when he sees Highfather. And Highfather just refuses to fight him, to do anything to him, and just says, come with me and let's, strike up a friendship and trust each other, and let's get to know each other. As what Orion kind of probably always wanted was a true father figure. And through his love, through Highfather's love, Orion will begin to control his bloodthirsty emotions and become a warrior of great honor. And then the other offspring I actually won't give away, just because when you read it, you're surprised who it is. I recommend when you read the comic, you actually get, you read all the previous New Gods storyline in order to understand, because if you read the issue by itself, you're not going to understand who that is. But if you read the entire back issues of all the New Gods complete story, you finally do understand, or you will when you see that surprise twist coming, it's just going to throw you for a loop. But yeah, that's I just wanted to share that origin story. I thought it was a very beautiful origin story, and it kind of sets the bar for people that do want to tell an origin story in comics or in any other form. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.